Welcome to the podcast that looks at truth, fiction, and reality with a smirk. I'm Aaron Peterson.
I'm Amanda Sink.
And I'm Zach Parkerson.
Welcome to Smirk. Each week, one of our hosts introduces an original short story, which we then use as a springboard for spirited and lighthearted discussion on whatever the moral or theme of the story is. This week, this is Amanda's turn.
My turn.
What was that?
That was me being excited to tell my story.
Oh.
And as Zach put it, that means that because I'm asking questions, I'll be talking a whole lot less.
In theory.
In theory.
Yeah. This is kind of like relativity. We don't know yet.
That's true. Well, are you guys excited for my story?
Can't you tell?
No.
The excitement is palpable. My heart is beating way too fast right now. It's not healthy. I might have a heart attack during the show.
Just because you don't want to be here and listen to me talk.
I already need a break.
Oh, my left arm is hurting. I gotta go.
Well, it's time for my story.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
We'll get into it.
That's fine.
Before you die.
That's fine. Go ahead. It's fine. Do what you got to do. I'm going to go over here and have a light mochaccino.
Let's be nice. Okay.
Okay. We'll try this. See how that works.
Try this nice thing out.
Jesse's had a bad year. Up until 8 months ago, he had never lost anyone. But first, his brother died, and then 3 weeks ago, his sister died, both at 32 years old. They were all always really close growing up. Their parents and friends knew them as the Three Musketeers. As the same age, they were adopted as babies due to mom being unable to carry to term. His brother Jamie was the smartest one. He had a job with NASA, had a wife, kids, and a pet calico named Juliet. But unfortunately, also had prostate cancer, which was caught a bit too late to be able to save him. His sister Jasmine was the sweet one. She was the nurturing backbone of the family, which is probably why she became a registered nurse. It never shocked anyone when she decided that's the path that she wanted to pursue, because it was such a jazz thing to do. She wasn't married, beautiful girl just didn't have the time to date, so it was just her and her cat, Jess, who happens to be the sister of Jamie's little cat, Juliet. She had finished a double at the hospital and was heading home in the rain when a semi lost control and crashed into her head-on, killing her on impact. Jesse's been a wreck between the two deaths, as you can imagine. He's trying to be there for his folks, but he was never the star child. He made it by, finished school, and got a decent job, but never made an effort to get married or have kids. In fact, he was still living with his parents when this all happened. Now with Jasmine's cat Jess in his hands, he's reminded even more about them being gone and him still being here. One day, Jesse stumbles across this Facebook ad that talks about communicating with the dead. Distraught and guilt-ridden that he's the sibling still alive, he decides to go see her. She tells him that she can reach them both, exchanges secrets with him from his siblings so he knows it's real, and offers him a choice seeing his frazzled nature. To give one life will cost one life, she says. If he sacrifices himself, he can choose to bring the dead back to life. Yes, take me, bring them back, please, Jesse exclaims. Oh, no, my dear. You must choose, for your life is the price of one. Jesse has an outburst, but ultimately relinquishes and accepts his fate. He must choose. I love them both so much, and they both were so pure, always helped people, but Jasmine didn't have a family. I have to choose Jamie, my life for Jamie's. She nods her head, grabs his hands, and tells Jesse, your wish has been granted. The next morning, the family are up in the living room. Everything has been switched around. Jamie is back with his kids and his wife. Jasmine is still dead, and now Jesse is gone. It's not all that Jesse thought it would be, because the family is still mourning, but now they mourn the youngest of them, the one closest to their parents.
I don't get it.
What do you mean you don't get it? His sister and his brother died. He went and said, she gave him a choice. She said, between these options, you can sacrifice yourself, but you can only bring back one sibling.
Right.
So he chooses his brother.
Right.
And now he's dead. He gave up his life so Jamie could come back.
Right.
But what he didn't realize, making this choice, was that his family did want him around, that he was cared about. He didn't think he was, because he wasn't the star, he wasn't doing anything super significant, but now they have to mourn the youngest of the three They're all the same age, but he was still the baby for them.
I gotcha. Okay.
And
Okay.
also was the closest to the parents because he lived with them. So they were the ones who saw him the most.
Sounds like an idiot.
Well, that's my first question, so we'll get back to that.
Okay. Got another moral first, right?
Yeah. Bueller?
Oh, what is the moral?
Yeah.
Never let yourself think you're less than you are.
Nope. What about you, Aaron? You probably are less than you think you are. I'm just kidding.
Wow. Okay, then. The moral of that one is basically, I wish that I had Jesse's girl.
No.
No?
No.
That's what I was thinking the whole time.
Oh, man, a good song, though.
It is a
Good
great song. Yeah. There's not always a right decision to be made. Because in this situation, he has to choose between his two siblings.
Answer. Yeah, there's no right answer.
Yeah, there is.
No, well, we'll come back to that,
Okay.
Zachary. I made a question.
I got the correct answer, so when you circle back to me on it.
I made a question specifically for you.
Oh, so it's very dour.
Yeah. My first one, though, is Jesse dumb?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
You be thankful you got out lucky. You can't. Two of your siblings died. You made it. Hey, that sucks for them, but you're doing all right, bud. Figure out a way to enjoy and embrace life. You know what? Make sure that they realize every day. Make it worth their while that you're still here. Do that. Don't. I mean, I get the whole self-sacrifice thing, but what is the guy going to come back as a zombie? It's already been a while. I'll pass.
He might smell weird. Who knows? What if he got cremated? We didn't talk about that.
I assume the timeline got reset. That was my assumption.
Yes. Yeah.
He would be the Sandman otherwise. He just.
Mr. Sandman. Yeah, so I don't know. He's dumb. Yeah, he is dumb. He is. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. He made a deal with a witchcrafty devil. That never goes well.
That always ends poorly for everyone. And I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be dead by the end of it.
Yeah, definitely those kids, man. They're gone.
Yeah, that's the price. Life for life or whatever.
Dad eats the children or something.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'd watch that movie.
Yeah? The dad was eating the children?
You exchange it and he comes back and he's watching from wherever he's watching spiritually. And then he watches as his brother eats the kids. He's like, oh, that was a bad call on my part.
That'd be awesome.
Well, what would your choice be? This kind of goes back to Zach, because you said there is a right choice to make. What would your choice be? And, which sibling would you choose if you did?
Well, so you go outside and you grab a couple of strangers and you sacrifice their lives for your siblings.
Good call. I like that.
I don't know these people. I don't care about these people. They matter nothing to me. But now I can have my bro and my sis back. It all works out for everyone.
Boom. Reset the timeline that way. Those people just never existed, right?
A deal's a deal.
For shame.
She offered me a choice. I came up with a better one.
Well, and to Jessie's credit, she didn't ever say, like, you can give somebody else. She just says it's, your life is worth the price of one. So you can only bring back one.
I would argue that.
Yeah.
Okay?
I would stare at her and be like, no, listen, you didn't know Jamie like I knew him. Okay, he's about half a person. I'll give you my sister like 2/3 of a person. So if we just go like round down though, it's still a pretty good deal.
I'd be like, my brother, maybe, my sister, maybe a toe. I don't know. I mean, let's negotiate. I mean, I feel like this is a negotiation.
Yes, I could not agree more.
If you had to choose...
These set terms are making me uncomfortable, that you're just assuming my value is equal to this person's value. Obviously, I'm still here, therefore I have a greater life value.
What about this calico cat? What's it worth?
There's two.
Two? That could be 2 cats equals 1 person, no problem. That's just math.
Oh, I just take all the cats out and bring everybody back.
If you had to choose the sibling, though, if it was established that you were the only one whose life could be sacrificed to bring back one of the siblings,
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it either.
No. That's just a weird thing. I just don't get hung up on that. Look, I'm sorry. It's sad. It sucks. I'm going to be dead someday, too. Right now, I'm not. Sorry, guys. I'm going to go and enjoy it. And maybe it was the brother, right? Maybe his wife's hot and needs somebody to hold her. I don't know.
There you go. Ooh, moving on your brother's wife. Yeah,
gotta take care of the family.
That is terrible.
He's taking care of the family. He's right. He's looking out. Now your uncle's your dad.
Oh my God, gross.
See, so you didn't lose a dad. You gained one.
How did this?
I'm here to help.
You guys already took my last question, though. This went by way too fast.
What, would you move in on your dead brother's wife?
No.
Yes.
That's right. Of course. Well, I mean, it depends on it. It's like, give me like on a 1 to 10 scale, where's she at?
My question was, would you offer another soul I was hoping you guys wouldn't be so smart and like just pick up on like
No,
offering somebody else.
I would never just kill someone to bring someone back. If someone, I believe in the natural order of things. Someone dies, it's terrible, it's awful, whatever, but they're gone. That's just the way it goes. You can't bring them back. I've never seen a movie where that ended well for anyone involved.
Yeah, here does not go well in Pet Sematary. I already said I'll slaughter some couple innocents for people. Yeah, whatever.
It's not really slaughter because it resets the timeline. They just disappear, right?
Yeah, so I'm not really hurting anything.
They become, maybe that's what happened to all these true crime podcast people. They just disappeared. And actually what happened is somebody made that deal.
Smart people.
They thought outside the box. In my life, what if I gave you two others? What if I gave you two people you don't even know? Their lives might be worth more. Because
That's
they're
a
good
great
people.
point. Yeah, what if a nice elderly couple that lives next door to the witchcraft shop? I go pluck them out of their house. I'm like, hey, can you, I just broke this bowl over here. You guys, can I help me clean it up?
I just broke this bowl. I need both of you to help.
I got to get them into this witchcraft shop. And then when they get in there, I'm like, these two, take them out.
Well, the assumption here is that you have to be willing to sacrifice yourself.
Oh, no.
I didn't.
Nope.
I didn't assume that at all. Didn't even cross my mind.
It feels like these rules are not they're not written down.
Should I have read you the sign like when you walk in and what the rules say?
I think so. I mean, sacrifice I'll be honest, no.
Is there anybody you would sacrifice your life for?
It doesn't work. I don't believe in this nonsense, so no. I mean, at the time, can I jump in front of a bullet? Okay. Now I'm with you for that.
Right.
So but you would do that.
But Zombie Bob, I got to go and die for Zombie. No, bye Zombie Bob.
Zach, would you sacrifice yourself in a moment to save somebody else
who
hasn't died yet? Would you?
Yeah, why not? They probably got more going on than me. That's fine.
Especially at my age, that's the best way to go. I mean, otherwise I'm going to go because of heart failure or cancer or something. I'd much rather go. He's the guy that jumped in front of that bullet.
Yeah, who doesn't want to be the guy that jumped in front of the bullet? Now you died mattering.
Exactly.
When you didn't matter before.
Now I'm in a paper. Or whatever they have now, an internet article.
Definitely not a paper.
Yeah, an Instagram photo.
You're on a BuzzFeed article, and they just show like different GIFs of you doing different things, and it's the entire article.
Smirk downloads go through the roof.
Eight people you didn't know were heroes.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be in that article.
Well, okay, since you guys answered my questions already super fast before I even got to ask you them, pretty much.
Sweet. We are so good at this.
You guys are super good at this. What I want to know is, because this type of thing does happen where you have those...
This type of thing does not happen.
No. You have those
I've never, ever been offered
me.
the chance to sacrifice my life to bring someone back.
You have those people who say, I can speak to the dead, I can communicate with them.
Loons. Con artist. Shaman.
Do you...
Seaman?
No.
That's a different kind of life.
Did you know it moves at 10 miles per hour? I just learned that fact last night.
That's faster than me.
But
yes, I did know that.
What do you think about those people who do this? Do you think that they're scammers? Or do you think that they legitimately believe that they have these powers?
I think they are as much scam artists as a priest is.
Oh my God, shots fired, you savage.
Wow, he wants the email.
Not as viciously as I think as you like. They're both people who probably believe in what they're preaching. They're both lying to people and giving them hope about an afterlife and about human souls in a way that is unbecoming. I think. How about this? If you believe in religion and you come at those people for their beliefs or how they're sham artists or preying on people, I think you're doing the same thing at your church. So You shouldn't throw people in glass houses. Shouldn't throw stones.
I mean, there are some people that do believe that they are hearing things. I think they're probably schizophrenic. But I also believe there are people that take advantage of people that are desperate and sad and lonely and roll back and do desperate again because they're so lonely and lost and they want anything to believe in. And there are people out there who will exploit that. Well,
do you think that's necessarily a bad thing for the person who is grieving?
Yes.
Because it's, hold on. Because it's giving them an opportunity to feel like they are connected to that person still somehow, even if it's not legitimate and they are being scammed.
Yes, bad.
You still think it's bad?
I think it's awful. Awful. People, yes, some people can't process grief. Sorry, that sucks. and I wish people could process it better. And people are better or worse at it. Everybody's different. But giving them that kind of false hope, I'm sure it's going to make somebody feel better. But at some point, it's going to catch up to them where they realize it's not true, and then they're going to feel worse. So I don't get the advantage to it. I ever feel is it's sad.
Just like heaven.
You are just like dogging on religion today, man.
Yeah, to each their own.
Well, yeah, I mean, to each their own, absolutely. Well, it's just, yeah. I mean, I think both are bad for people in the long run, I guess. So that's why I'm thinking about it in a religious context, because they're both things that have no way of being proven, but people come down harder on psychics and stuff.
How do you explain in those particular situations and circumstances where the psychic is saying like they tell them a secret
Research.
But they tell them a secret that they've never told anybody aside from that person.
People always feel like they've never told anybody, but I bet you they've told somebody. And that's how they do research. They do tons of, and they can also, there's a mastery of doing it so that they keep fishing and getting little pieces of information that will hopefully bring, they say little things. I'm seeing a picture of a man. Yeah, my Uncle Tony. Yes, his name's Tony. And
not Tony Stark.
And he has what? And he has hair. Yes, he had a mustache. Yes, a mustache. Tony has a mustache. And he's holding something in his hands. He's holding something long and stringy. Oh, he used to have a yo-yo. Yes, Tony with the mustache and a yo-yo. That's what they do.
Well, then can you keep going? I want to learn more about Tony with the mustache and a yo-yo.
And he's standing over something. Oh, yes, when we killed my grandma. Yes.
When we killed my grandma.
I get it. It all comes together, and then you learn something, and there you go. That's how they do it.
Have you ever gone to see one?
Yes.
Have you really?
Oh my God,
tell me about this experience.
I was the worst person she could have psychic.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know why you even walked in the door.
Yeah.
Your mind would be so close to the idea. I can't imagine why you even bothered.
There were, I'm trying to remember because this was years ago. There were five or six of us. It was kind of like a party.
Like medium, a group?
Yeah, it was like a group. It was like a medium party or something. And my friend invited me. Shouldn't have. And
are you still friends after this?
Less so, but we're still friends. Yeah. And the medium was set up, and the medium started doing this thing, kind of going from person to person and doing the tarot cards, and people believe this nonsense. And then started channeling, like doing a little bit of channeling. And one of the people there was really getting into it. And then she came to me and said, I'm trying to get a connection. I'm trying to get a connection to you. And I started laughing out loud. And then she started throwing things at me, like trying this. Well, no.
Like she was throwing
she threw a crystal ball at me.
Yeah.
Tell me, you son of a bitch.
No, so what she started,
the crystal ball in the face.
She started doing this very similar thing where she first was flipping the tarot cards, and then she said, the spirits are telling me, and it was basically like, you've lost a loved one. It was very broad. And I'm like, oh yeah. And someone very close to you. And I'm like, oh, my dad. And you're like, oh yeah, my dad. And very recently, I'm like, yes, last week. I just like kept,
you were messing with her.
I lied about everything. And then she's like, oh, he wants you to know that everything is going all right. And I'm like, well, I hope so, because I saw him before I got here. And she just was pissed.
What did she say?
She just, she kind of got up and left. She finished up her little thing, and then she got up and went to the next person and then got up and left. But she was pissed at me. She did not talk to me the rest of the time she was there.
What did your friends do or say? Because you were with a group?
Well, they kind of expected that.
Yeah. Why else would he be there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Amanda, have you gone to a tarot reading?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I've always been curious about it, though, like just to see how they do it and if there's any, because see, I'm of the mindset of like, I can't necessarily just automatically disprove that it's not real just because I think that it's too far-fetched. But that doesn't mean I believe in it. It just means I don't have the ability to say, no, there's no way this is possible. You know what I mean? That's not within.
I can't prove unicorns don't exist, but I'm certain they don't.
We've all met a unicorn.
We have?
That's a different meaning for him.
Oh, what's a unicorn? Is this like a sexual thing?
Maybe.
It could be. It's not.
What do you like to know?
Is this like the thing where it's like you find like the one girl who like is low on the crazy scale but high on the hot scale, and she's a unicorn?
No, but
I've
like
heard
this.
that.
Wow,
It's not
weird.
bad. Okay.
You haven't heard this? It's like a real thing. There's a crazy hot scale. This guy goes through
Yes,
this
of
crazy hot
course.
scale, and like the girls that are in the low crazy but super hot category are a unicorn. Thought that's what you guys were talking about.
So anyway, I went to a tarot card reading once.
Did you really?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
I
well,
believe you much less than I believed Aaron.
Wow. I
thanks.
went into it with an open mind.
No, you didn't. I believe that even less.
Wow.
How'd that work out?
Why would I go in there if it was not too? It was very it was very broad and generic, and I would do it again, maybe a more expensive one to go, get the full deck reading or whatever. Because I did like a $25 thing, and I already forgot what she said. I'm pretty sure she said that I would like find wealth, but I would not find it in the job that I want, or something like that.
Well, that
I was
sounds
like, well, that's
probably true.
it sounds horrendous.
There was a girl I dated. I'm not making this up. Went to a tarot card reading, and the tarot card reader told her that the person she was going to marry would have a red car, and I had a red car.
Oh,
And I'm just,
Did she see you guys pull up together?
You got me, but I'm just sitting there going, she's wrong. She's probably wrong, but she was convinced, and that's the kind of stuff I don't like. They just mess with people. They find information, and she probably got that information from her,
Right.
somehow, or research or whatever she did. You don't know how they get the information, but it's just a crock.
Now they just set up the appointment online, get their name, and then they look at their Facebook and social media.
Man, I remember Miss Cleo.
Not me.
Well, you're on Twitter.
So a lot of information about me on Twitter.
You're on podcasts. She could just
She'll
listen to you.
listen.
That's
You listen to every episode.
Listen to every
Frickin'
episode.
Smirk.
I finally put it all together. He's morbid as shit.
Happiness, not in your future.
Well, anyway.
All right.
So do you guys think that this story was truth or fiction?
Well,
Absolutely true.
I have to err on the side of fiction this week.
It is fiction.
I would imagine so. Thanks for clearing it up, though.
Well, it's not to say that like part of it couldn't have. It could have been fiction where the guy really tried it and it just didn't
it
work.
couldn't be. How would he try it? It didn't work. He died. I jumped off a bridge. My brother didn't come back. This sucked. Worst plan ever.
I messed up. Here I am telling you the story. If you had included an elderly couple that had been tricked into being sacrificed, I might have lent towards truth.
Oh.
'Cause that would be the smart play.
Did you just tell me that my story was dumb?
No.
I'm saying that Jesse's dumb.
Oh.
What is the title of your story?
The Ultimatum.
You know what? Ultimatums are baloney.
Oh, boy.
What a bad idea they are.
Here we go.
Let me tell you right now.
He sounds like a bitter husband.
If a woman gives you an ultimatum, you get rid of the woman.
A person. If a person gives you an ultimatum.
You know what? Yeah, let me rewind. I'm sorry. It's 2019.
Yeah.
That was my mistake. I'm thinking from a first person perspective. If the person you're with gives you an ultimatum, you get rid of that person.
Agreed.
Alrighty then. Well, thank you for sharing your feelings on this episode of Smirk.
Do you not agree with this?
I think that
No,
Uh-oh.
there's no think that. Ultimatums are bad. If you do this or I leave, bye. Would you like me to call an Uber or would you like to walk home? I don't care how you do it.
I'm happy to pay for your final lift.
Get out. Get out.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you seriously advocating for ultimatums?
I'm not advocating for them, but I think there's a way that you can have the conversation
No.
of like compromise.
That's not a compromise. An ultimatum is the opposite of compromise.
Yes.
You cannot have a compromise mixed with an ultimatum.
I feel like you could.
I 100%. Of course you would. 100% believe you cannot.
It's me or the Xbox. Well,
What?
honey.
That's crazy.
That's an ultimatum.
We know Zach would choose the Xbox in a heartbeat. Well, actually, it'd be the PS4.
The heart would not have time to beat how quickly she would be out the door.
Oh, it's funny. All right. Well, as our show goes, we will occasionally pick listener stories to read and discuss on Smirk. If you'd like the chance to have yours read, email it to mystory@smirkpodcast.com. Join the conversation by joining our Facebook group or follow us on Twitter @SmirkPodcast. Be sure to use the show's hashtag Smirk and share the show. If you like this podcast in any way, shape, or form, please share it on your social media outlets, Reddit, Twitter, whatever it is you use. I don't know what the kids are using these days. Is there anything newer?
Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Are people still Snapchatting?
Yes.
Do they
usually
Snapchat
younger
podcasts?
Oh my God. So there is a way to do it.
I don't know anything.
Nor I.
I know of this very young fella, and I won't say where I know him from because I don't want to like incriminate who he is.
Like in school? Because that's illegal.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's like 19 years old.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Snapchat is like the way of dudes with multiple women because
It erases messages.
the messages disappear.
Oh.
I was literally, my mind was blown. I was
Facebook
like,
keeps them
oh my
forever.
God. Well, you could delete them,
It says them.
but
I don't trust them.
Facebook ain't afraid to share your information.
that's true. But Snapchat, it's gone like, I mean, it's either instantly or you can set it now for 24 hours.
Trust me, they can recall it if they want to. If the authorities come
want to.
knocking, they're going to be able to find those pictures that you sent of breaking into somebody's house with your penis on your buddy's face.
What?
The guy working the Snapchat mailroom has seen all of your nudes.
Oh boy.
Think about
That's
that.
something to think about.
It's like the old photo lab.
There's no way that they are not doing that. No way.
All right. As you write your own life story, always remember to tell it with a smirk.
You're not the person to say that.
Say what?
That.
Oh,
It's my story.
it's your story. I'm sorry. I forgot. Please continue.
As you write your own life story, always remember to tell it with a smirk.
I said it with more conviction.
Well, I don't really care because it's my week and I can do it however the hell I want.
Yeah, hey, I mean, she's got you there.
Jeez.
Boom.
Got the right to vote and it all went crazy.